Hey everybody, and welcome back to JT's Toy Box. That's right, you're in my box. So kick back, relax, grab something to eat, because we're going to talk toys. That's right, Toy Talk. So to get us started, we're going to do something that we have already done before, but we're going to do it with different toys. So, as you know, as an avid toy collector, I like to do my little toy run throughout the week. And a couple of my favorite places to shop are Target, GameStop, Walmart, and sometimes Best Buy, but then now we're adding a new place on this map, and that is called Fallen Prices. And I'm also going to group in a few other little mini guys like a Family Bargain and a bargain outlet. So we'll kind of group those three and make that into one, kind of like a liquidators. So that's kind of new for me, is going to some of those places, and occasionally you're going to find yourself maybe some Marvel Legends or some Star Wars Black Series, and to find them at a reduced cost is a lot better than buying them at full retail in the store. So this week I had made a few little runs, and one of my days off, okay, get us started with that story. I spent a little time with my mom and we did some thrifting, and then we also hit that Fallen Prices, and I've already scouted out on the $6 day on the Fallen Price outlet center. They had some wrestling figures, and the guy I picked up, maybe you know him, I forgot his name already, but let me take a look real quick as I knock everything down. So anyway, yeah, I really don't know who this guy is, but he's a wrestler. And let me just move some toys real quick out of the way so I don't get anything damaged. Radio edit. Oh yeah, that was a good catch. So I picked this guy up. Mark Kalosius? I have no idea how to say his name, but anyway, I picked up 3 of this guy. And you're wondering why? Why would you want 3 of this one guy? It looks like he has shafts. Yeah. Well, here's one way I look at it. The guy doesn't have any tattoos. His face is pretty general, and you know, like as for like just a regular, average, everyday dude. And I can put him in the background with a couple of other figures, and he's good for like whatever you want to do. You know, he can be a henchman, and of course you can always pop the head off. You can do a hand swap and kind of give him a little difference in appearance, and then you got a whole nother figure. So basically I needed bodies. I needed some bodies to play with. And so I picked those guys up. I went in and I scouted out that Fallen Prices on a $6 day, and guess what? I found them on the $2 day. So I picked all those up for $6. 3 figures for $6. That's pretty good. So anyway, moving on to another bin in the same little shopping center, I came across this guy. His name is Zed, and he's from the League of Legends. Now, last time I went to the Fallen Prices, I found another figure. He was that guy that had the lantern, and he had some like snaky kind of hairdo. And anyway, looks like that toy line is being like totally scrapped and sent off to the liquidator store. So I picked that one also up for $2, and so I got this one for $2, and I'm pretty sure every week I'm going to find one of these guys for $2. So I was really happy with that find, and the cost really it's a lot of fun to find cheap toys that you can just kind of make them your own, or you can put them on the shelf and enjoy them for the franchise they're given to. Now, next off, I went to town after my little thrifting with my mams, and I got this guy. Anybody know where he's from? Well, let me give you a little sneak peek. He is from the Fortnite line. So anyway, I picked that up at Walmart for $17, and it doesn't come with a figure, but the shark, it does open up, and you can crack them open. It's kind of hard. And inside is the care package. So you got like weapons and skis, and it looks like a shotgun and something else that's Fortnite related. But I just thought that's really cool. That kind of reminds me of, and the fins kind of pop off easy, but you can pop them back on. And it's a really good shelf warmer, you know, so you can leave the mouth open like that. And you can use this for a Jaws or any other type of, if you're a shark fan. So it's a really cool toy, and I got 2 of them because it was such a great deal. One I'm going to leave out of the package for my display, and then this one right here, I already have plans for that, so off it goes. Cool. So, next on the list, let me tell you, I got a really good deal the other day. I had some gift cards at GameStop, and I was able to get this Apex figure. I have a couple other versions of this particular robot in different colors, I believe a white and a blue. So this is the newest edition. They just gave it a repaint. That's pretty much all they did. But I got $15 off, so after taxes I only paid a little under $4 for this figure. And it was on clearance, and I asked them if they had any other figures like it, and this was the last one. So I might be able to go to another GameStop and find this guy, but otherwise I'm really happy with just the one. I already have 2 of the other colors, so this would make 5. And like I said, if I get them super cheap, I'll army build them, because I don't mind putting these with Star Wars or even drones for my Marvel Legend Danger Rooms. There's a lot of good reuse for this particular toy, and so I'm really happy with that toy right there. Alright, so while I was thrifting, I came across these really cool statues. Looks like some dude with a little tunic and robe or something like that, and then I don't think that's his wife. There was a few other figures that came with this, but they were broken. This guy, this girl, she had someone that had ears just like her, and he was kind of like doing this crunch thing, but one of his fingers were broken. And then another one, there's another guy that was similar to this but smaller, and he was broken. So I got the best out of the lot, and these were $1.99 each at the thrift store. So I was really happy with those. I have a little fantasy section in my bedroom and all throughout the house. I'll always find for little people like that, they're kind of like borrowers, you know, that I put them around the house for. And so I was really tickled to get those for that price. And then I went to a Walgreens and in a neighboring city of mine, and I found their exclusive. So this is Marvel's Corsair, and I don't really know much about this guy other than he was probably in some Spider-Man comics that I have, but not really like major in-depth knowledge about this guy. So something to learn. Maybe I'll look him up on the internet and find out who he is a little bit more. But anyway, it's a good trade toy, but it's also, I collect Marvel Legends, so in the meantime he'll just collect dust with the rest of them. Alright. Well, found these guys. Oh, yeah. Got Roger and Jessica Rabbit. I thought these were cool. Mint in card by Super 7. And I think they really did a really good job on both of those. The artwork is beautiful. And Super 7 really does a really good job with the packaging art. They really sink a lot of glossy artwork onto these guys. And I have a couple others like Beavis and Butthead, and then I have some Back to the Futures and some Marvel, no, not Marvel, Monsters, Universal Monsters, and those packagings are just, the artwork itself really does it justice. And so anyway, I figured somebody, I'm not a big Roger Rabbit fan, never really grew up watching the cartoon at all, but I would say that somebody out there who collects Roger Rabbit's going to want these, and they're going to have something I want, and it's not money, it's going to be toys. So I'll keep these until I find their proper home, but I found these at Target. They were $11.99, and I couldn't pass up that deal. I mean, both of those, it's a good trade for a future deal. Oh yeah. Should have these a little bit better accessible, but I had to break them down. When I went to Walmart, I found these, and these are mint in package by Superpowers, the Superman and Darkseid. And I really want to open them up, but I heard that in an unboxing of this that they stapled the cape. So, you know, either way you're looking at it, I'm going to have to use, and I can see the staple right there, I'm going to have to use scissors in order to cut it out, but I'm just going to leave it in the package. It really has got a good retro look, though this one's a newer version of Darkseid. I have to say they did a really good job with that Superman. And these are just going to go right up on my wall over there. That noise is my chair making noise. It makes ugly Godzilla-like sounds sometimes. But anyway, these are going to go up on the wall and just kind of collect dust. You know, I like some of them just as they are in the package. So anyway, those are really, really good deals that I picked up. As I went to several Targets throughout the week, this was one that I found. And this is the Spartan Yorori. I have no idea, but it's like a Japanese samurai, and I've seen this. It was due to be released. I'm really excited that I got this in hand, and I checked to see if they had any more, and all they had was the regular Spartan. So they had Master Chief, and they had him in two different colors. They had like the distressed fatigue kind of look, and then they also had that new vibrant green, which is like brand spanking right out of the assembly line. But this right here was the only one that they had, and so I was really super excited that I got my hands on it. I will end up taking this out of the package, but I want to have a really good spot on display to put him. So in the meantime, until I'm ready for him, I'm just gonna. He's easy to store just like this because it shows all his hands and his weapons and stuff. So really super happy about that. And then also, I forgot to mention, if anybody out there is a Pokemon fan, I got this dude. I don't even know how to say his name. Articuno. I think that's how you say it. And it's a bluebird. Now, my nickname is Jaybird, which is like from a blue jay. But anyway, I'm not really big on Pokemon, but I found this at the fallen prices. They were on $2 day, and so I picked up two, even though they had like over 16 of them, and people were still grabbing a bunch. I mean, that's what was left in the bin after people were grabbing 2 or 3 of them for themselves. So I guess this is a really cool toy, but it didn't do all that well in the store because they got marked down on a $2 day. And I'm sure if I would have went back on $1 day, they probably still had 1 or 2 left over. But I have really no interest in Pokemon. But when I saw toys for $2, it's just like drugs. You know, you just can't say no. And if you have $2, you're gonna spend it. So that's one of my bad habits: is spending $1 here and $1 there. And it does add up, but look how much stuff that it adds up to. So, also on another Target, I picked up Joe Montana. Joe Montana, I am a big fan. I always have been, even though I'm wearing an OU, and this is college, and I have to say that I support my dad's Seahawk team. Joe Montana was a good player. Steve Young was a good player. Jerry Rice was a good player. And I'll jump the fence, and I'll go with Cowboys, and I'll say that Troy Aikman was a good player. Emmitt Smith was a good player. And then you can go to other ones like Joe Namath, Terry Bradshaw. That's the era that I lived in. And so today, all these football players, you can name a name, and I couldn't tell you who the squat they were because I don't know who they are. And I don't care to know who they are. Half of them are in trouble with the law or being sued by their girlfriends. And it's just like, back then, the only person that made a big stink was Bo Jackson, because he had some kind of domestic problem, and then Jose Canseco because he had that whole thing going on with you know, all that. It's just a long story, but that was all the bad things you ever heard about sports. Maybe I was young and naive and I didn't know a lot more than I should have, but this guy, he is like my all-star, and I'm really happy I found him. I am looking for, there's a few other on here, Steve Largent, number 86 for the Pop. I checked with my GameStop and they're not available yet, but when they are, that one's going to go to my Pops. And then there are a few others in here. They do have Deion Sanders, Dan Marino, Mike Ditka. That's going to be a good one. And then they do have Bo Jackson, so I bet his wife's going to get part of that alimony. So anyway, that was all the store purchases that I picked up. I really hope that there's something there that you might like and hope you find when you're going out shopping. Again, I'm going to just kind of emphasize this. How do you find all the cheap stuff at the right time in the stores? It's hot. It is like triple degree weather outside. Go during the hottest time and enjoy your car's AC, because nobody else is going to be out there shopping looking for what you're looking for. And if you wait until the evening time, you're not going to find what you're going to look for, because all the shelves are totally picked clean. So go during the most uncomfortable time, because everybody else is lazy and you're going to end up getting all the good finds. So that's just my little pointer from me to you. And if I see you in the store, then I know that you've taken some of my advice to heart. So, on another note, that was all the store purchases. Now, I did one thing the night before I went out and I spent on all these toys here, and I did have a really good time doing this, but that was not the motivation for my day. I went on to off-road, and in my local area, this really nice younger lady, she's probably, I don't know if she was older or younger than me, but within my age group, and I'm in my 40s. So she'd have to be probably in her 30s or something like that. And she was listing all these Star Wars toys for $20. Like, there was this grocery bag just full of loose figures. And I thought this was way too good to be true. I didn't think that I was going to get an opportunity to actually get first dibs. I thought somebody else would have already made contact with her. But it was for the auction being up for about 7 to 8 hours, I think it was when I looked at it. It was probably like 7 hours. There was nobody but me. So, on that note, I made contact, and the next morning she hit me up, and so we made arrangements, and I was really happy I had the day off. And so I made the trip over into a neighboring town. It was about a 45-minute drive. And I met her at a very open location. It was like a FedEx and a Starbucks parking lot. And I'm going to take the camera now, and we're just kind of going to go over some of these Star Wars toys that I picked up. And I kind of had the idea of taking them out of the bag, but then I talked to my brother the other day. This one's for you, bro. Took your advice, and I took them all out, and I just kind of like lined them up so it wouldn't take so long, because this video is already going to be a little long. I love to talk. And so anyway, let's get started by taking a look at some of these action figures. Whoa! Ooh, so dizzy. Alright, so here we go. Out on my shelf right here. There's a few other, there are boundaries. So there's boundaries that go up over there, and that doesn't really count. And yeah, that camera's not working right now, but we'll wave at it anyway. And anyway, so here are my Star Wars figures. We'll just go down the line. We got that slave dude, and then we got a couple of stormtroopers. That stormtrooper with red eyes is a Han Solo. And then we got a couple of clone troopers. Looks like a Rex and some aliens. Got that little guy right there. And he also came with his little parka or whatever he puts over his head. Got that Samuel L. Jackson figure. Obi-Wan is, I don't think I have Obi-Wan, but I do got a Qui-Gon Jinn, or a Jin, something like that. There's a Han Solo, and a couple other figures. And some of these guys, I don't even know who they are. I gotta say that that Emperor looks really possessed. It looks creepy. It looks really, really creepy. You really get into that, and that is just creepy. He was scary in the movie, but still, that's just like overly creepy. I got that general guy. Got some aliens, some more stormtroopers. Got a cool little micro machine, Obi-Wan. Some rebels. Some more troopers. I got a Fortnite figure, I think. Yeah, got a Fortnite figure. And then I got a Jedi with no head. That's cool. I got another of those alien guys. A couple stormtroopers. That guy didn't have a head, but I put a helmet on him. But I do have extra heads in my collections, so I'll be able to replace those toys. Got another Ewok. a pile of accessories, which goes anywhere from lightsabers to guns. There's some Batman stuff in there. That was kind of cool. And then I got a Rebel. I got an android. And there's a really young Obi-Wan. Okay. And then up here I got a couple more figures. And there we go. So anyway, for 20 bucks, I got all those action figures. And I was pretty tickled about that. So anyway, that was a really great day, and I made off like a bandit. The motivation to get out and get those toys had me going out to all these other stores and buying the rest of these toys. And over the entire day, I didn't spend very much. Those new Superman toys in the package, those are about $9 a piece. And then the Halo figure that I got, the one in the Japanese garb, he's about $20. So, I mean, it does add up, but they're vaguely very, very inexpensive, and a lot of stuff is on clearance right now. So, anyway, that's what I found in my toy haul. I'm going to open up a bunch of these and start playing with them. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you saw something that really sparked your interest, leave a comment below and let me know which one you liked the most. Thanks again for tuning in, and catch you on the flip side.